Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of New Social. We're your hosts, Rickey and Stef.
What up, what up, what up?
Today's episode, we're going to be doing a spoiler review for the season final episode of Power, Book 2, Ghost, and what a season final it was. But before we get into that review, if you like what we're doing on the channel with these reviews for movies, TV shows, video games, and, of course, anime, and you want to support us, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on those notifications. And so, Steph, how did this episode make you feel?
All right, so again, a very great series. Glad that we actually watched it. Very great season finale. Oh, this reminds me, this episode meant to me was basically mind your damn business. Because when you don't mind your damn business, bad things happen to you. I mean, and that to me, like that whole scene was very, very telling. I mean, because like, you know, you have this teacher who is basically trying to con his way into a new book, essentially, basically using someone else's life, thinking that he's sleeping with so-and-so, and, you know, and it just basically blew up in his face. Why? Because he wouldn't mind his damn business, you know? And then you have the shocker at the end with Tommy. I mean, who didn't like that? I mean, I know people who watched the actual Power, you know, the first series, they enjoyed that. They knew that they was coming from a mile away. And I don't know if you caught it, but at the end of the after the credits, they did say that there will be a second season of this particular one, which is great.
Yeah, so Power Book 3.
Exactly. So we know that we know that the story will continue, which is great. So that in itself got me even more excited for what's going to happen. I enjoyed everything about it. The only thing I didn't like about it, it's just a small tidbit, is just that like I'm not gonna say it felt rushed, because it definitely didn't. It definitely did progress. I just wanted to see how, like, how can I explain this without sounding too crazy? I just wanted to see certain aspects of characters' development more. Like, for example, Tariq's relationship with the other young lady that's in his class, you know? Like, it seems like now that they have a strange relationship, it doesn't seem like they're really too cool. I wanted to see how Tariq's best friend would react with certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like, just more dynamics with the relationships between the characters.
Well, I mean, he knew both of them from the original Power, so that's why.
I guess that's on us then.
I mean, there was no need for too deep of a.
No, not the young lady that he was selling the drugs with. The other.
No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, they went to school.
Oh, she was in Original Power?
Yeah, they talked about that in class. I mean, in the episode.
Did not know that. That's on us. But that's what I'm saying. Since we didn't watch it, then I don't know their dynamics fully with his relationships. But that's on us. That's on me. I got to do my homework on that. But other than that, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. I mean, it was definitely exciting. Finally closed some chapters for this, but then also opened up some new can of worms at the same time. I definitely appreciate how they incorporated Tommy at the end there and tried to have him fake his death in that way, just so that way everybody gets what they want. But of course, Tommy's going to Tommy and be greedy. And so we've seen what happened at the very end of that cemetery. But it's going to be interesting to see how things progress for season 2 at the way this ended. And then you also have now Sax going into being a defense attorney now. We'll have to see how that plays with this whole dynamic, because I got a feeling they still going to keep coming for Tariq at some point. And then the whole thing with him and Kane, interesting. That's cool. That's something that's going to have to play out, because now Tariq's a part of their family now. As we heard Monet said, the family's waiting for you in the car. Got to see how this goes. But yeah, one thing I gotta say, everybody's happy about Jabbar. Round of applause for him going. I'm being gone. Got too greedy, and it just cost so much. But luckily, Tariq got that cash before it happened. 'Cause that would have been a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that makes me think though. I wonder, did he think Kane was going to show up at some point?
I don't think so. Just my
'Cause
opinion, I don't think so.
if Kane doesn't show up, Jabari lives, and then Tariq has to deal with the possibility of him holding that over his head, or was Tariq going to kill him? That leads me to think on that. I want you guys to let me know what you think on that too. But I mean, if you have not seen this episode, whew, I don't know why you're watching us right now because a lot went down on that one. And but it fitted in. I mean, it wasn't like it was a cliffhanger ending. It was more so proper ending. So if out of nowhere Stars or 50 Cent says, yeah, we're not doing this no more. But it's book, we're going to just go with book 3 and call it a day. I wouldn't be mad because at least we got some proper closure. But for everybody out there watching, Steph, would you let people know whether or not it's worth their time or not?
Definitely worth your time. A great series, great series. And like I said, if you aren't a fan of Power, or if you were starting off with this rather than the actual main series like we did, I would even advise to go back and watch the actual original series.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Most people should be watching the first original Power because it definitely has a lot of dynamics for each character and it builds on why people don't like certain characters now. And it also fills a few gaps and holes that some people might have. But at the same time, I think you can still watch this without really watching those other ones because it writes itself for the most part for this storyline. And yeah, it's worth your time 100%. 10 episodes, didn't feel like 10, but 10 episodes, each about 45, 50 minutes each. Keeps you going, keeps it going. It's very entertaining and action packed. So, what else not to like about it? But for those that have watched it, do you think it was worth your time? Did you think you wasted your time watching it? And if so, why did you keep watching it over to the end? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.